Off from the other teepees of this village stood one great, huge teepee. Painted on its side were pictures of the sun, moon, stars, plants, trees, animals. And inside this teepee, there was said to live a great, rich, powerful, and supposedly handsome, invisible being. However, no one could see him, except his sister, who lived there too. Many women wanted to marry this invisible being, but his sister had said, only the one who can see him can marry him. Now, in this village, there lived a poor man who had 3 daughters. The 2 older daughters were cruel, hard-hearted, and they made their younger sister sit by the fire and feed the flames. The burning branches popped and the sparks fell on her. In time, her hands became burnt and scarred. Her arms, too, became rough and scarred. Even her face was marked by the fire. And those 2 older sisters laughed at her, saying, "Ha! You ugly, rough-faced girl!" And they made her life very lonely and miserable indeed. One day, the 2 older sisters asked their father, "Father, please give us some necklaces and new buckskin dresses because we want to go marry the invisible being." So their father gave them these things. Dressed in their finest, the 2 girls marched through the village. All the people pointed and stared at those beautiful girls. They said, "Surely they shall marry the invisible being." And if those 2 girls were proud and hard-hearted before, they were even prouder now. At last they came to the teepee of the invisible being. And there was his sister waiting. "Why have you come?" she asked. "We want to marry the invisible being. That's why we're here." "If you want to marry my brother, you have to see him. Tell me, have you seen the invisible being?" "Of course we've seen him. Can't you see how pretty we are? Can't you see these beautiful clothes we wear?" "Yes, anyone can tell you've truly seen the invisible being." "All right," she said quietly. "If you think you've seen him, then tell me, what's his bow made of?" And suddenly her voice was swift and lightning and thunder. "Oh, his bow," they stammered in surprise. "His bow? We don't. And they guessed they looked at each other. They whispered, "What should we say? What should we say?" "Oh," so they said, "It's the great oak tree." "No," said the sister of the invisible being. Oh, she saw at once how they lied. "Tell me," she said, "if you think you've seen my brother, then..." "What's the runner of his sled made of?" We don't know, whispering feverishly again, they wondered, what should we say, what should we say? "Oh, let's say it's the green willow branch." But the sister said, "No. No, you have not seen my brother. Now go home." "Just as that's fairly, just as we've seen you, just don't ask those silly questions." "All right, go to the teepee." And she took them into the teepee and sat them in the front seat, furthest seat from the entrance. Soon, they heard footsteps. Something getting closer and closer. And although they heard breathing, the 2 sisters could not see a thing. Suddenly, a great bow appeared in the air and was set down. two girls sat there, their eyes wide, all through the night. They never saw a thing. And in the morning, they had to go home. A shame. The next day, the rough-faced girl went to her father. And she said, "Father, may I please have some beads? May I please have a new buckskin dress and some pretty moccasins? I'm going to marry the invisible being, for wherever I look, I see his face." But her father sighed. "Daughter, I'm sorry, I have no beads left for you, only some little broken shells. I have no buckskin dress, and as for moccasins, all I have is my old ones, worn, cracked. They're much too big." But she said, "Whatever you can spare, I'll take. I can use." So he gave her these things. She found dried weeds, and taking a little broken shell, she made a necklace. She stripped birch bark from the dead trees and made a cap and a dress and leggings, and then carved beautiful pictures. She headed off to meet the invisible being. As she walked through the town, the people pointed and stared. "Hey, look at that ugly girl. Look at her strange clothes. Hey, go home, ugly girl. You'll never marry the invisible being." But the rough-faced girl had faith in herself and courage. She didn't turn back. She just kept walking right through the village. As she walked, she saw the great beauty of the earth and the sky spreading before her. And truly, she alone of all that village saw the things, the sweet yet awesome face in the invisible being. At last she came to the lake shore. And there, standing by the water's edge, was the sister of the invisible being waiting. Now the sister of the invisible being was a wise woman. And when she looked at you, she didn't see just your face or your hair or your clothes. No, when she looked, she would look right in your eyes, and she could tell way down to your heart. She could tell if you had a good, kind heart or a cold heart, cruel one. And when she looked at the rough-faced girl, she saw at once that though her skin was starved, her hair, her clothes stained, she had a beautiful, kind heart, and so she welcomed her dearly. "Ah, my sister, why have you come?" And the rough-faced girl replied, "I've come to marry the invisible being." "Ah," said the sister, very gently, "if you want to marry him, you have to see him. Tell me, have you seen my brother, the invisible being?" And the rough-faced girl said, "Yes." "All right then, what is his bow made of?" And the rough-faced girl said, "His bow? Why, the great curve of the rainbow." "Ah," exclaimed the sister in excitement. "Tell me, if you've seen my brother, what's the runner of his sled made of?" And the rough-faced girl, looking into the night sky, "The runner of his sled? Why, it's the spirit road, the Milky Way of stars that spreads across the sky." "Ah," cried the sister in wonder and delight, "you have seen him. Come with me." She took the rough-faced girl by the hand and led her to the great teepee, where she sat her in the seat next to the white. And suddenly they heard footsteps. Closer and closer. The entrance flap of the wigwam lifted, and in stepped the invisible being. And when he saw her sitting there, he said, "At last we have found out. We have been found out." And smiling kindly, he said, "Oh, my sister, she is beautiful." And the sister said, "Yes." The sister of the invisible being gave the rough-faced girl the finest buckskin robes and a necklace of perfect shells. "Now bathe in the lake and dress in these." And so she did. So the rough-faced girl, suddenly all the scars vanished. Her skin grew smooth again, and her hair long and beautiful. Now anyone could see that she was indeed beautiful, but the invisible being and his sister had seen that from the start. They lived together in great gladness and were never parted.